here at Apex today, blue sky, sun's out, weather's banging, track is prime, and we were lucky enough to come and join Dave Thorpe. We're here to test out the 2019 CRF450. Quite a lot of changes to that model, and we feel that they should be raved about. You know, the new chassis, the new linkage, new swinging arm, new exhaust, new head. The previous model was good, the power was good, maybe it was a little bit sharp and responsive for most, or come in with a little bit of a hit. For me personally, I felt that the old model would maybe like G out or just have a little bit more of a kick, whereas on the 2019 model, that's not the case. Honda have gone to work on the bike. They've got the bike to produce more mid-range, so it smooths out the power. It also revs out and makes more peak power as well. But what does the bike handle like? It's got a longer wheelbase now, it's a longer swinging arm, it's a longer pull rod. The chassis has a different section in it, just above from the feet pegs. It's a lot straighter than rather than it being curved. You know, what does that do out on track? It just allows you just to move and place the bike where you like. Apex is always a tricky track to ride because there's a lot of wood trip on the ground. Some places you get a lot of traction, some places you don't, some places you can hit berms. There's some off-cambered turns, and the Honda dealt with that. No point did I feel uncomfortable on the track. It just literally would go exactly where I wanted it to go, and you could maneuver the bike at an angle and still feel confident without losing the wheels. It's a bike that handles like a 250F. Yes, it does feel heavier, you know, and you can feel the torque and the power, but it does handle so good that you could compare it to a 250F. The suspension's key. I didn't touch a clicker, just rode it stock. The balance was there, the balance was good. It's probably down to the linkage and the frame and swinging arm, but actually it all worked in harmony. Previously, you know, you could feel that the Honda was maybe the front forks were a little bit soft, or the rear shock would blow through a little bit quick, but that's not the case anymore. It's a finished article. Now, Honda's known for its build quality, and the build quality is still there. If we take the front brake, for instance, stopping power is so good. They've got a new caliper based off the factory HRC caliper. That's something that you really notice out on track. The good quality of braking, it has a good feel to it. It's not just stopping power. It's not just something that you'll touch and just instantly jolt you. You know, you can actually feel it and feed it on, which is, you know, it's a massive thing. The electric start, that's a massive plus. I know it's been on for a number of years now, but that's good. And I quite like the way that works, so you have to pull in the clutch for it to start. It did catch me out maybe once, you know, if it's in gear and you think it's in neutral when you stop out on track. The clutch feel was really good. It's not an issue that it's a cable for me, but it would be better if it was hydraulic, obviously. That's reflected in the price. The Honda of old had a hit, whereas this one, it's been polished out by actually adding a little bit more mid-range, torque and mid-range, and the bike drives out the corners really well. It does peak out when you get to the top. It's got a different noise to it, which basically I had to tune my ears into. You know, it was something that I wasn't quite used to, but I suppose that's just down to the bike that we rode today has had all the airbox covers on it, you know, whereas most people take them off so it produces more power. And maybe I was just feeling it was maybe just a little bit strangled up at the top end today, and it just needed to breathe a little bit more. I tried all the maps. No, I was quite a fan of, on the previous years, of map 2, the smoother map. This year I'm a fan of the standard map. I feel the standard map's, it's fueling right. For me, map 3, you know, the aggressive map, which it basically leans everything off and advances everything, you know, for me it just feels a little bit more efficient in map 1 than it was in map 3. Sum it up to 2019, you know, it's got all them old traits that Honda have. It handles really well, it's predictable. Where you want to put it out on track, you can place it where you like. The power's there and it's a rideable, usable power. It's friendly, but yeah, it's still fast. So for me, it's an all-round package.